Hello, welcome to Game 5 of my match against Lechatonnoir. I am up 3.5 to half, so I've clinched a match victory, which is great. Now I just try to play out the last two as well as I can. We've got another Cathedral board. We do have villages with Mining Village. We have draw with Wayfarer again. You can do some draw with Jack. Activate stuff with Golem. You can thin with Moneylender as well. You can play tons of monuments. You're not going to gain a lot of treasures. I guess Jack's going to gain some amount of treasures. So I think I'm just opening with Cathedral, though I don't really see any reason not to open with Cathedral. Jack is technically draw to X, so it is kind of nice with Cathedral. If you compare it with like villages, so obviously adding a bunch of villages to the deck is important. It's not clear to me if we're going with. It's not super clear to me if we're going with golems here. Usually the answer to that is if that's the question, the answer is no. The problem is there's like monuments. You want to get a ton of villages. You can trash the villages for coins and then play them again with Necromancer. So Necromancer seems like it'll be strong. I can consider even buying like a Nomad camp here, get some settlers, and then turn those settlers into animal fairs, which are quite nice. But I think I'm going to get the Jack and follow suit, and then try to get a bunch of mining villages and wayfarers and start drawing. 3's a little bit annoying. Not much to do on 3, just buy a settlers. Can always turn it into an animal fair later. They've already started into the villages. They should be able to get another one here, one imagines. With the Jack going, the Wayfarer will always cost 3 pretty much. I will discard that. I'd like to be able to trash the estate. So down at the bottom is a settlers. Aqueduct is when you take a victory card. So like there's some advantage to taking that sooner rather than later. I think I agree with the Nomad camp though. I'd like to get I'm going to take the village because I will have a Jack in this shuffle, so have the potential to trash it, although I may not see the Jack until next turn. I'm also not going to be able to trash any of my estates with the Jack. I'll go trash the Cathedral, which is probably fine. It's just a little bit of pace that one loses. They actually are able to trash an estate with their Jack on turn 4. Yes, they're a little bit more trashed than I am. It does not seem worth the opportunity cost here to not trash. The thing about the mining villages in the trash is that we can both use them with Necromancer, so it really doesn't pay for either of us to do. Obviously, if I knew I was drawing the Jack, I would have played this out differently. I've got silver on top. I guess I'll take my own Nomad camp now. This is very, very sad. I almost wonder if it's time to trash the Jack of all trades. The remainder of that deck is Mining Village and what, 5 coppers? 6 coppers? Yeah, I guess the Jack has seen its time. I can always get another one later. So turn is what, trash a silver, play Nomad camp, buy Mining Village, Animal Fair. Trash the settlers to get the Animal Fair, which was kind of the point of getting the settlers in the first place. But that was just a really sad draw. We'll see if they're able to line stuff up. They've also got a village, so they seem to be a little bit more ahead than first player would dictate here. I thought the 3-4 and they had the 4-3 opening might give me a leg up, but it didn't seem to be. This doesn't seem like a kind of kingdom where you need to worry much about the Aqueduct points, but if they were to take Aqueduct points here, I wouldn't be like completely surprised. Especially with 8, they could get like Animal Fair or just like mining village estate or something. Yeah. Okay. Don't trash. There's still no good actors. There's just settlers down there. So I'm going to go ahead and take a Necromancer now. Seems like it will be decent pretty quickly. When the mining villages run, the animal fair will have plus buy, which is nice. But yeah, I didn't really have a good chance. I guess they gained the silver. So when I took the settlers mining village, I could have taken animal fair estate. I could have taken estate instead of a village there and gotten 5 VP and denied them 6. Although they're not guaranteed to draw their deck either. I feel like the arrangement in my deck has been slightly awkward this whole time, and they've had slightly better shuffling, but I'm not quite sure. Perhaps the early Wayfarer was strong. Could I have bought an early Wayfarer? Okay. So I've got 8 here. I've got Jack, Village, Necromancer down there. So I've got good stuff down there that I can play. I'm kind of strongly thinking about a potion now. The Golem will be able to find tons of stuff to play. It feels a little bit early for that, and it's not even clear that it's particularly good. But you know, I think I'm gonna risk it. I feel like I'm pretty far behind, so changing pace to go for the golems doesn't seem as crazy as it might otherwise. Decent chance I'll be able to pick up a golem this turn even. Top card for me is a Necromancer. There's a Settlers in the trash, so I will be able to potentially have things to play other than the zombies. Although zombie spy is going to be what I use here. Okay, so yeah, if I wasn't triggering a shuffle here, obviously I could. I'm definitely going to top deck that because I want to buy the golem. I don't have the Nomad camp yet. I need to find that. If I don't find that, there's no plus buy here, so discard that. Yeah, the Nomad camp was bottom decked here. It was a medium. It was a fairly small shuffle, so bottom decking it is not that unlikely. Just buy a golem. And immediately regret with the draw that I had afterwards. I think for with the golem in the deck now, adding more settlers feels fine. Adding villages doesn't seem as important as I thought it was earlier. So they had a bad turn last turn, so they're definitely gonna have a good turn this turn. Yeah, this is mostly sad. Trash a copper here. So I can gain a settlers and turn this Jack into an animal fair. I think I'm going to be drawing with Wayfarers from here on out. So having the animal fair for the plus buy and stuff will be nice pretty soon. I've got another mining village down there, and then I think I've got the Wayfarer and the Nomad camp. So slightly sad that I'm having to trash this silver. They've already had to trash a couple of silvers, it looks like. So don't feel too bad about that. Their deck also has more silvers than I do. Their just deck is doing a lot more than mine is. Okay, so now I'll play the Golem. Yep, just play them in order, seems fine. Plus, I have a copper down there, so I guess I will play the Settlers and take it. Great, so 10. I've got a Wayfarer at the bottom of the deck, which is a little bit challenging. So I think the plan will be... did I not double play my Nomad camp? No, Golem is not Ghost. Those are different cards. Good thinking, Sean. So I get a Bustling Village now, and like the Golem, another Golem, and then I could also get like a Bustling Village, and there's nothing with plus buy in the trash, but there's a Jack in there. And the Mining Village pile will empty soon, so so this will add a little bit more reliability, and potentially save a dud next turn. So gonna go for this. Okay, I did find the Golem, and most of my remaining actions are non-terminal, which is great. Likely it'll hit 2 villages or Nomad Camp Village. And then discard some coppers, which I can draw back with settlers. I don't think they're going to empty a pile here with me having the Animal Fairs, but you never know. Also having lots of extra actions is going to be nice for piling out Animal Fairs potentially. So here we're just going to, on my turn, I'm looking to add more Nomad camps, mining villages. Well, I can really only add 2 things. So more Nomad camps and mining villages, or if the piles are close to empty a pile to activate the Animal Fairs for the next turn. I probably will gain some silvers as well. They still feel like they're quite a bit ahead, but they don't have any Animal Fairs yet, and maybe they'll get those this turn. Playing that last Bustling Village was interesting. I guess they needed it to play both their Nomad camps. That seems to indicate that they're not going to take any Animal Fairs this turn. I mean, they could just take like double province and be really far ahead. They've added in a lot more pieces than I have. Double province seems pretty reasonable here. And I've just got to keep building and hope they dud once or twice. Bustling Village, Wayfarer, Animal Fair. Okay. So play you. Alright, so the first... I did not discard any coppers, unfortunately. I will play this as a Jack, I think. Keep. Don't trash. So what do I have down there? I have just the Nomad camp. So what's the best way to do this to avoid triggering a bad shuffle? I don't think there really is. Oh, I had 2 things down there. Nice. Gain. Okay, so given the state of my deck, the thing that makes the most sense to me is just to take 2 Bustling Villages. I drew deck. Next turn I'm going to have 4 buys, and potentially can trash a Bustling Village. Maybe I didn't need to take the silver this turn, but it doesn't seem terrible. Very nice. I found stuff. I took 2 silvers that turn, actually. Oh, wow. They ended up having a dud. Unfortunate. They have 5 villages? 6, 7, 8 villages? They have a lot of villages. Lead on the mining village and then play the Golem. Play these. Okay. So, Bustling Village first. Guess we're gaining here. Okay, what do we want to play here? What's that bottom card? It's a potion or a copper. Turning the potion into like a duchy doesn't seem terrible. There's also like some ability to catch up here with like monument stuff. So I could just trash here. I've got 4 buys, so I can take another Nomad camp, actually. That worked out quite well. I was not precisely guaranteed to hit there. To hit the potion there, I could have hit the copper, which wouldn't have been the end of the world. Okay, 5 buys. I do want to add a little bit more reliability. I seem to be good on draw, although I'm adding in more stop cards. But I think just 2 mining villages and a province seems reasonable to me. We are close to piling, but I don't think they have enough buys. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 buys. And I don't really want to take a copper to take another Wayfarer, so I couldn't even. That would dud for me. And I had the bad thing happen now, and I know they have a bunch of villages, so they're going to draw. So I've got to hope that they can't win this turn, which I didn't think they could, and hope that either I find a Golem on top or city or village followed by Wayfarer, or that they have another dud next turn. I don't think at any point here I've been ahead. And last turn they had the unfortunate draw, although again these are a little bit weird decks. They've added in a lot of non-draw cards. It still seems somewhat unlikely for them to dud. I haven't added 2 villages in, so I have 2 golems, 3 busing villages, necromancer, 4 mining villages. So I have a ton of hits down there. I just don't have any way to reliably top deck stuff. Yeah, I don't think there's really a reliably way to do that. We'll see what they do with 20 and 4 buys. I've counted, they only have 4 buys and there's 5 things left in the pile, so they can't actually pile out here with their VP lead. They can take animal fairs though. We'll see if they empty the mining villages. They do. Okay, they've got a pretty easy win in their turn, so I think I have to play that as if I'm going to draw something good with this Settlers. I could just like trash the Nomad camp, buy a province, but I think I have to assume that I can do something crazy on this turn. Not even sure what that is, down 17 points. Double province, and I have 8 buys, so it's not even clear to me that something crazy is here, but draw on. Okay, so this was my turn. Next turn should be pretty nice, although I'll probably have to trash something nice. I have 7. So do I need to take VP here? Do I just take 2 animal fairs, hope I can draw and play them all next turn, and hope they dud? Them getting 5 animal fairs seems easier than... But I'm down 17 points. Like, if they just like double province, I'm pretty much out of it. So I have to hope they can only like single province, and I have to get like 4 provinces on my next turn, which I think is the double animal fair line. Realizing that it is quite a bit easier for them to province than me, and this was a bad shuffle. Although maybe my previous shuffle was so nice that it doesn't matter. It is very easy now for them to find a win. I'm surprised they're not trashing these mining villages. I guess they're all together at the top, but all they need to do is find 2 animal fairs, basically, and then the game is over. Oh, wow. Okay. So what do I need to win now? 3 provinces. It's 24 money. 2 Wayfarers. Coppers. I need 6 buys, so I should not need this Nomad camp. I am going to trash these because... what's in the trash? Oh, the Nomad camp. Oh, there's multiple good things in the trash. Guess I'm just going to play this as a village now. See what I draw. Bustling village. Take the settlers. Nice, I can take the settlers. Take the copper. Hoping to find this golem here soon. Okay, so play that. Don't gain. Play that. Okay, do I have a win here? I need 24 money. I have 6. I don't seem to have 24 money. So if I play 3 Animal Fairs, that gets me to 18, 22. Necromancer's Nomad Camp gets me to 24. I buy copper, 2 Wayfarers, and 3 provinces. Double check the math. 16, 8. I feel bad they had a very unfortunate draw on their last turn. So I can go copper, 2 Wayfarers, 3 provinces, and win exactly by 1. I'm gonna call that one a lucky win for Shanahan. Not sure what else to say about that. They had a real bad dud. I feel good about having bought that extra Animal Fairs, though. It was my only line out, but I felt like it was much less than like a 10% chance. So we move on to game 6.